Hi, it's Cowan from AgileXperts. I wanted to talk to you today about the idea that we have completely the wrong concept about the word failure. We see failure because we're taught from a very young age that failure is a bad thing. Failure is the thing that we are doing wrong, and as a result we need to do things right, and then we start to learn that failure is bad, so let's avoid failure at all costs. I certainly grew up with that. I'm not blaming my parents, but that's how it was, and we're learning so much more about the concept of creativity. I guess back in the Industrial Revolution days, the idea of not making a mistake was really critical for machines and working in a factory. And now that we're moving much more into a creative domain for where value is seen in people, because we've got all this automation and these machines doing all of these basic things that they can do it much better than we can in terms of never making a mistake. So creativity is now being valued much more. So when we start looking at the word failure and the idea that it's wrong, failure is the stepping stone to learning new things. So without failure we really can't have innovation. It's an incredibly important leap for me as a parent as well, to look at my kids and say, hey, I need to be very careful about when I say that they're doing something wrong, because realistically they need to do that, and that's how they learn. And the more times I tell them that they're doing something wrong, the slower that they will actually learn going forward. It's a crazy mind thing to sort of stop being that way with your children. But imagine for yourself too, right? You've lived now 30, 40, whatever, how many years, and you've been programmed in a certain way, and now it's up to us to be able to sort of unpack all of that and say, you know what, you should be happy to fail. I am happy to fail. I want to go out there and learn new things, and if I want to learn new things, I need to fail. There are all sorts of hacks that you can do to make that failure small and not so consequential. So doing tiny little steps, or recognizing you can do it in a place where if it does fail it's actually not going to impact the whole business terribly or something like that. And so there are the little things that you can do to sort of make failure not as impactful. But don't, whatever you do, start thinking that, or continue thinking maybe, that failure is bad and failure is wrong. Everyone needs to start remembering that failure is the actual stepping stone to success and the stepping stone to innovation.